Hello guys, I am Idishri Pakalwadi, your science teacher, Sankalp Learning Solution. In the last session, we discussed regarding the preparation of the soil and sowing of seeds and the steps involved in those two practices. The next practice is adding manure and fertilizer. So let us discuss why adding manure is necessary and essential and what are fertilizers. The substance which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizer. We know that plants also having certain nutrients inside their body. So those nutrients are not enough for the growth of a crop or for the growth of a plant. So we have to add extra nutrients for the good growth, for the good yield of a crop. So adding the nutrients, extra nutrients to the soil for the growth of a crop is called as manure and fertilizer. So we know that the main function of a soil is to supply minerals and nutrients to the crop. So these nutrients are essential for the growth of a crop as well as for the for the yield of a crop. In certain areas, what happens? The farmers grow crop field. The field is never uncultivated or fallow. Because of this continuous growing of crop makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients. So what happens? Continuously growing the crop in the same field for a long years, for a long years in the same field, in the same soil, what happens? The nutrients in the soil will decrease. The nutrients in the soil will decrease or will become low. So that is why adding of manure and fertilizer is necessary. That is why the farmers have to add manure and fertilizer. So the process of adding manure and fertilizer is called as manuring. So if you don't add extra manure or fertilizer, so the sufficient nutrients are not provided for the crop. So it results in weak plants or weak crops, or we can say poor quality of crops. Now let us learn what is manure, what is fertilizer. Manure is nothing but it is an organic substance. It is majorly consisting of human waste or human excreta and a plant waste. The decomposition process or the decaying of human waste and plant waste leads to the formation of manure. So this manure can be prepared in the field itself and it provides a lot of humus. Humus means a lot of organic matter rich in nutrients, okay, to the soil. It is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. That is, uh, okay, plant will not be having these nutrients inside its body. The next one is fertilizer. Fertilizer is an inorganic salt. It is not of organic one. It is an inorganic salt. So this is prepared by human. Okay. So it is called as it is prepared in the factories. It is not prepared naturally. So it consists of a less amount of organic matter. It does not provide any humus. It does not provide any organic matter to the soil. It only provides the nutrients which are necessary for the plants, like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These are the nutrients which are required in a large amount by the plant. So this is given, or this will be added to the soil by adding fertilizer. The example of fertilizers are urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These are the examples of fertilizer. So here you can see a man adding the fertilizer. So when we buy or when a farmer buys fertilizer, so he should be aware that how much quantity of fertilizer we have to put for how many acres of land. It is not that simply getting the fertilizer and simply spraying it, simply spreading in the field. It will be having certain methods, okay, certain practices. Like that, only fertilizer should be added in a required quantity. If you exceed the adding of what is that fertilizer, it just increases the chemicals on the crop. Okay, so fertilizers are not good for the health actually. Manures can be removed from the crops, but fertilizers, these are the chemicals and it cannot be removed only by the washing the vegetables or washing the crops. So using of fertilizers should be minimized as because it is costly also and it is not too good for the plants as well as soil. Adding more fertilizer or adding more chemicals to the soil also leads to the death of the organisms present in the soil like earthworms and other microorganisms, right? And it also leads to soil pollution and water pollution. So the usage of fertilizers should be minimized, and the usage of organic matter or the manure should be increased. Okay, so this is about the for third practice, I guess, or the fourth practice, which is this practice. Let me see. Yeah, third practice, that is adding manure and fertilizer. In the next session, we are going to discuss about fourth and fifth practice, that is irrigation and protecting from weeds concept. Until that, take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.